Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to clean your toilet flapper. You will need to clean your toilet flapper if you have a small leak or a dripping sound in your toilet and your toilet tries to fill back up again could be up to 10 minutes or every hour. Normally you hear it during the night, so I've got that issue here and I'm going to show you how to fix that. So first of all, I'm going to remove the cover. And if you listen very carefully, you can actually hear the drip. So what's happening is the toilet water is filled up to the correct level, but water is actually escaping underneath this flapper right here. So what I'm going to be doing is turning off the water. That just makes it a bit easier to work with. And then I'm going to flush the toilet. Flapper comes up and it drains. And it's not going to fill back up again, of course, because the water is turned off. So you can actually soak up the rest of the water that's there if you want. I have a lot of sediment in my water where I live, a lot of calcium and minerals in the water, which happen to build up around different parts. That's why the water is a bit colored. There's a lot of rust in my water as well, because I'm on a well. And so I'm assuming that's the issue that I'm having. So my next step is to remove the chain, which is on hooks with that. And don't worry about the water. It's not toilet water. Of course, it's just clean water that comes into to this part. And this is all made out of rubber here on mine. So it's a matter of getting your hands in there and unhooking it from that pivot point. And there you go, there's your flapper. Now where the seal is made on the flapper inside the toilet, mine, it's a piece of plastic. I'm just going to use this scouring pad and just give it a quick clean. And there's no soap or anything on it. Just to make sure that there's no minerals built up on it that are going to interfere with the seal when the flapper gets put back in place. So now I'm just going to give it a quick rinse, quick clean in the sink. And you can see there's some algae built up around here, and that might be the fault of why the water is leaking through. So I'm just going to give this a clean all over. Also going to use a bit of mild hand soap. You don't need to, but it's going to put some on there anyways. You can also use steel wool or even just a rinse cloth. You don't want to be using anything too abrasive. There we go, so it looks like new. And these are pretty cheap to buy anyways. They're between $5 and $10 if you actually need to replace it, if you damage it while cleaning it, or if you just can't get it clean, or you feel that it's really rough, or the shape has been lost. So the shape is starting to go in this one here, so that might be the actual problem. So I'm just going to put it back in. And if it doesn't get solved by this cleaning, I'll have to go out and buy a replacement. Okay, so back in the toilet tank, just going to reattach the flapper on each side there. Okay, moves pretty easily. Kind of feeling that's my issue right there, but I've cleaned it anyways, and we'll see if that makes a difference. So reattach the chain to the handle release. The chain is loose there. So then when I turn the water back on, down on the bottom of the tank, it should start to fill back up again. Yeah, and the water coming in. So there's still an obvious issue that you can hear. And if you look really closely down near the hinge, you can see some of the particles actually going into the toilet. So it happens to be a misshapen flapper, which is the issue. So I have to go and replace that. So I'm here at Home Depot. Before I left, I should have taken the old flapper with me to make sure I get one that's exactly the same size. But I think I remember the size of it. I'm just going to grab one here and give it a shot. So I picked up a new flapper to replace the existing one, and I'll just quickly install it here. So it's made out of some pretty thick rubber. Has a no kink chain on it. Alright, I'll just put that in place and we'll see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and shut off the water valve for the toilet. Yeah, I'll give it a flush to drain the water. So I'm just going to size the new one up, and it does cover the opening, no problem. Put the hinge pieces on. That's how it covers. Now I just got to make sure the chain is the right length. So I'm going to fill the toilet back up here and then have a quick listen. I don't hear any dripping sounds, so I'll give it a quick flush to give it a final test. I like how this flapper stays up a little bit until all the water is drained. So that concludes my video on how to clean an old flapper and then replace it with a new one. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.